Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I'm just gonna do a quick reading and just give you some messages. Feels like a really weird time energy wise. It feels like a lot of endings and a lot of transitions right now. There's a lot of kind of unknown and stuff up in the air, so you might be having like some doubts or a lot of fears coming up, some weird feelings, stuff from the past coming up. And I think I talked about this like a week or so ago about like different things coming up in the past and like them seeming to like things you don't normally think about or very subconscious and you didn't even realize like was a thought or a feeling, stuff like that. And it might be coming up and it doesn't really seem, it seems almost like random. It doesn't seem like a pattern, but it is actually a pattern and it is trying to show you something, like there's something deeper there. So every thought that you're having or every feeling you're having is not necessarily truth unless it's intuitive. Like only trust it if it's intuitive. If it's not intuitive, then kind of process it and see what it is or what it's trying to tell you. So on the bottom we have balance and we have spiritual gifts underneath. I definitely get like very specifically for some people, this is not gonna be for everybody. It feels like some of you guys have had your gifts coming in, you've been feeling energy more, you've been kind of seeing people's intentions more, your intuition's been really heightened, like you can kind of just feel things and sense things more than you used to. And it feels almost like a little bit too much, overstimulating, you're not really sure what's truth, what's not, a lot of confusion with it, but Spirit's just saying things will balance out as they're supposed to. Like oftentimes when your spiritual gifts come in and or you're getting upgrades, like it's basically, it's like energy coding that comes into your body and it needs to disperse. And then like, as it does it, it calms down. And then like your human body, mind can kind of connect the two and like understand it. It just takes a little bit of time to balance. So if you are in that, just try your hardest to like ground your energy and just take care of yourself. So if you're feeling like really energized, you have like the energy to go and like move around and do things that can kind of help move the energy, then do that. And if you're feeling like really exhausted and really tired, then just rest because it comes in different ways. If you're feeling it in specific areas in your body, you can like rub them or deep breathing helps, try to calm it down, cleanse yourself like in the shower or a bath, stuff like that can help too. Okay, so we got communication, processing, reflection. By the way, they're just reminding me to say that that message is not for everybody. Like some of you guys have already been through that cycle, you're past that cycle, so you might be helping other people with it too. If you're not in either of those cycles, then the message just isn't for you. Communication, processing, reflection. So this feels like a conversation you've had recently or you're going to have soon. It feels like an actual conversation. Spirit keeps saying the word conversation too. It's something that's going to help you see something different and reflect. They're saying the word priority to me, like you're going to start seeing where you're not prioritizing or you weren't prioritizing things that you want, and you're going to start doing that. I also get this sense too of like there's something deeper with this conversation you're going to have. Like there's something that's going to help you see something that you weren't seeing before at a deeper level. It's almost like some of you, it's like this fear, anxiety energy, and it's going to kind of trigger that. I just keep getting a lot of like fear, anxiety energy with this. Not that the conversation's bad. It doesn't feel like the conversation's bad at all. It feels like whatever it's going to show you, like it's going to show you some type of pattern or some type of belief system you have, something along those lines, like either a mindset, a pattern, a perception, a belief system, something along those lines. And this conversation is going to help you reflect on that and see like where certain things are taking priority over others. So like even negative thoughts or fear or anxiety, like they were saying, and kind of like what I was feeling, those take priority and precedent over like your intuition and your truth. And that might relate to, you know, the first message. It's like when something comes in or something's discussed, it's almost like some of you will go into fear mode, and then how you handle fear mode is kind of what's going on. So you're going to start seeing, like, if this is for you, I'm just going to give you an example. So like, say you're having a conversation with somebody and then you get triggered and there's like a fear or something that comes up for you. Kind of what they're saying is you're going to be like processing this and reflecting on what that trigger is and why. So what happened when you got triggered? Did you blame the other person? Did you go back to the past? Did you push somebody away? Did you run away? Did you get defensive? Like, what did you do? How did you handle it? And they're going to show you how you handle situations. A lot of them do relate to how you communicate with other people and your interpersonal relationship. And some of you, this is also like the relationship you have with yourself and how you communicate with yourself. So when there's stuff going on, what are you saying to yourself? How are you observing it? Are you observing it through truth? Are you observing it through the past? Are you observing it through fear? And then what are the behaviors you're taking from that specific situation? What card? Oh, jeez. Okay, I'll get those afterward. I'm like, what card is it that it like fell back out in the balance card and it just like flew on the ground? This one. Okay. Energy is so fucking weird tonight. I can't even explain it. Like, some weird ass third eye shit going on right now. Okay. I'm going to pull from here. And then I really want to pull from the Quantum Oracle. It's just like really wanting to come out. We got spiritual strength with hope. You want me to take anything else? I feel like they're going to have me pull one in a minute, but no. We got harmony. We got intuition on the bottom. I'm just getting balance is coming with this situation. There's some type of balance coming with this situation. Like, for some of you, this might be like a specific type of relationship or something, because you have the waiting game, the awareness, the intuition, and harmony card. And this is like the divine masculine, divine feminine, like the masculine becoming aware, seeking truth, seeking information, getting knowledge to kind of plan stuff, and the feminine kind of allowing things to flow, letting go of control and trusting in her intuition. And that brings harmony, that brings balance in like divine relationships. So some of you, it might be something like that, but if you're with them or you're not with them, the message is still kind of the same. And there's something that's going on that you guys are like waiting for, some type of desire, some type of dream, whether that's like together or separate, like your own individual desire, your own individual dream, or something that you're like hoping or wanting with that person too. That's kind of what that feels like. With the spiritual strength and hope card, this just feels like spirit trying to give you guys some type of reassurance. Some of you, it feels like you're still being like pushed down, and like they're kind of showing me almost like this energy kind of like grounding you and like pushing you down and like helping you kind of stay stuck and like stagnant a little bit. But it's not to hurt you, it's to show you something. Like they're saying you're in like a spiritual lesson and it's teaching you something. So look at what it's teaching you. Like if you're getting hit with a lot of emotions or a lot of fears, like what is the underlying message? Like kind of look at it and see what's going on. With the spiritual strength card and the hope card though, it's more so like this reassurance that like whatever's going on is helping you to grow stronger, and that sound like when the cats cried. Like it's to help you grow stronger, and things are going to work out like for your benefit. Like even if outwardly you cannot see this right now, there is something that's working out for you. And they're saying they don't want you to take actions from the past or situations from the past and relate it to the present energy, because if you're a different person and your perceptions are different and you're making different choices, then whatever's happening for you now is not going to be a repeated lesson. If the same emotions or feelings or energies or thoughts are coming up, it's just for you to see something from the past differently and for you to clear it. It's not because it's going to keep repeating. As long as you're making different choices and you're opening yourself up, it's going to be like totally different than the past situation you were in was. So they're saying like, just don't hold on to like the past as like an indicator for the future. And they keep emphasizing about trusting your intuition, because a lot of you guys, if you're in this situation that they're talking about, a lot of you guys are getting like intuitive messages and downloads, and they're giving you clarity like right before things happen. Like they're giving you the necessary tools you need right before something happens, so you kind of know how to handle it and navigate the situation. You might not be getting like a large amount of clarity on stuff, but you're getting clarity for what you need it to be, like just to handle certain situations to kind of get you where you need to go. I'm going to put this to the side. I don't know why. They want me to put that to the side. Okay. What other card do you have? Like at least another one or two. I can feel it. I keep this back and forth card keeps like popping out, and I keep seeing it, and the Greater Gratitude did, but it didn't pop out. Shit. Okay. Like that. They're having me do this reading really fucking weird. Okay. Now, there's all feminine cards here. Now I'm really curious to see what the fuck this means. So, the loving man with new supportive connections. Didn't we get this like last time or the time before that? This to me is just like the harmony card. And I feel like the last reading I did, or like the one before that, which might not have posted, literally the same two cards came out in the bottom. This one and the harmony card, which oftentimes is the relationship card. It feels like there's some type of shift in a romantic connection for you. There's going to be some type of shift in like some type of romantic connection that you have. I'm not really getting too much information other than like there's going to be a shift. They're just saying like, we got like the deception card on the bottom and playing it safe. Like, they're just saying that like everything isn't as it always seems, and not that you're being deceived. It's more so like you're being presented and seeing things in the way you need to see them for the time being until things actually open up for you. Like there's just something that you don't have clarity on. There's some type of thing that's kind of being blocked from you seeing it right now. Not necessarily in a bad way though. I shouldn't say not necessarily in a bad way. Not in a bad way though. It just feels like something that you guys need to overcome in some type of lesson. And it definitely, with this playing a safe card, I mean, it feels really literal. Like some of you guys kind of putting walls up, kind of going back to fear mode, like when thoughts and stuff are being presented to you. Some of you guys are definitely going to fear mode, or you're kind of going into it and trusting it instead of seeing it for what it is. And this kind of relates to what I said before about not every like thought you have is literal. Like sometimes if it's not intuition, sometimes it's just fear kind of the past and stuff coming up for you to clear it. So, all right, I'm going to show you how they have me do these cards. They have the honoring path at the top. They have fragmented energy, planning and action, and taking steps in the middle. And then they have great gratitude on the bottom. I love this. I don't know, this card just like with all the birds and stuff. One of my plants, one of my customers came to the crystal store like a few months ago and just randomly brought me a jasmine plant. And I was like, I actually love jasmine plants. And the little tiny jasmine flower just bloomed today, like from months ago. And I smelled it and it's so small, but oh my God, it smells so fucking good. And I don't know why, for some reason, it just reminded me of this card. Anyway, okay, let me get back on track. So this honoring path, it definitely is something with you guys. Like there's some type of desire, there's something that you want, and it's staying on the path. Like some of you guys are getting hit with a lot of like emotions, a lot of like inner like turmoil, a lot of emotions, a lot of chaos. What you don't realize, and they're kind of showing me how the honoring path is right above the planning and action card, which I feel like these cards literally came out in the last reading too, is like you're on the path that you're on and you're taking the steps that you're taking and it's moving you in the direction it needs to. But sometimes there's an issue with divine timing and you're going to understand it soon is what they're saying. Like whatever has happened, you're going to understand it and you're going to appreciate it. This definitely feels very strongly like a message for the divine feminines for sure. It could be for the masculines too, but this really feels very Like this feels, oh, I can't fucking speak. This definitely feels like a message for the divine feminine specifically. Like whatever you've been seeking and whatever path you've been on, it's like no matter how much shit got thrown your way, like you've picked up like the pieces of the puzzle, you picked up what you needed to do and you kept moving forward. Even if you got stuck for a little bit, or there are blockages, or there are thoughts, or there are fears, you still ended up moving forward. Things still ended up moving in the right direction. And it's like this cycle is almost done for the feminines. And when it's done, like you're going to appreciate this cycle so much, because you're going to have this period of reflection where and you might start hearing the word reflection a little bit more, they're saying, especially if this message is for you. And like I said, it can be for masculines too. It's not just for feminines, but it feels very strongly for the feminine. Like, especially if you keep saying the word reflection, like over and over, like after you see this message, or like right before you started seeing this, you're going to have like this period of like introspection and reflection where, you're going to understand this cycle. You're going to see like where it helped you grow, where it helped you heal, where it helped you to like really just push yourself beyond the limits you never thought you could. And if you look at the beginning of the cycle, or when you go back to the beginning of the cycle and you see it, you're going to see how far you've come. For a lot of you, it's already been kind of happening in like baby steps to show you how far you've come. Like old situations are presenting themselves and your response is different. Your perception is different. The way you handle it is different. And they're saying, even if you still have some of that heaviness, or you still have some of that pain, or some of those old thoughts coming up, you're still not going backwards. You're still not spiraling. You're still not handling them the way you used to. You're like getting the information or the clarity or the tools, and you're immediately fixing them, or very shortly after that fixing them. And they're saying like they're proud of you. Just like keep going. You're like almost there. Like I just keep getting that, like keep going. You're almost there, like to the end, like of this path of like whatever you wanted. I almost started crying when I said that, because it feels like, I feel like I'm like jittery when I'm talking. It's fucking weird. It's almost like some of you guys have a fear of being disappointed, because you feel like you've been let down so many times that even though intuitively you know it's fine and going to work out, like you still have like a fear that you're going to be disappointed again or something like that. I love this. We got the integration card, which is the yin yang, which is like the balance card from the first deck. And we just got the change card, which is literally yin yang in the middle of it. Damn, guys. This is actually, I love the yin yang. It's been one of my favorite symbols since I was like a kid. It was weird because I always felt this strong like connection and energy to it. But then like the kid part of me didn't understand it. I don't even think the adult version of me, like I'm a fucking whatever computer system. Like I don't think me now, present energy Brittany, fully understands my connection with the yin yang, but it's just a symbol I've always, like I actually just ordered crystals. I have them at the shop for it. Like it's just always a symbol I've always like loved and identified with. So I think it's really interesting. It's just coming out a lot today. And out of all the cards, literally that's the only two that have the yin yang. They both came out. Same with the other deck. It's on my floor right now. Yeah. So, okay. All right. Kind of what they're saying to me is like, for some of you guys, you've been in this cycle of like head versus heart, like in this heart versus fear. And it's made you feel really confused. It's made you feel like alone. It's made you feel stuck, not really certain and sure of what to do. But a lot of you guys are like coming out of that right now. Like you're clearing this energy. You've been clearing the stuck energy and like the heaviness. And you're, excuse me, I feel like I got to burp again. You're coming out of it and it's going to be something you celebrate. This is celebration and friendliness card. Something you're going to celebrate. There's a lot of like energy of like balance, mirroring, like reciprocity, like two people in these cards. Like there's a lot of that type of energy. So for some of you, definitely can be like a relationship type situation. It doesn't just, I mean, it could be a romantic relationship, especially with like the harmony card, the new supportive connections card, but it could also be like a better relationship with yourself, a better relationship with other people, with handling like things in a different way. With this integration and change card, this feels like what you guys have been going through, this balance. It's like this light and this dark, the masculine, the feminine, like the shadow and the light. Like you've been kind of already in this. You've been integrating like different energies. You've been kind of going back and forth, like in and out of like present and past energy. You've been seeing things different. And you've been changing, and it's been helping you change. And as you're changing, you're having a bigger impact, like collectively than you know. But not only that, it's actually going to impact your life, like outwardly. And a lot of you haven't been able to see the outward changes. You've really only seen the internal changes and like your behaviors and the way you handle things being different, but you haven't really seen it take place of like your dreams and desires and what you want. But they're saying like that's all going to change. Well, they're saying that's all about to change. And I felt like I didn't want to say it like that because I feel like I'm in like a fucking TV show that's all about to change. But they said it just like that though. I'm getting a lot of storm energy too, but with this storm is clearing, and it definitely feels like some of you guys are still have some clearing, but it feels a lot like past energy, like a lot of the more recent past, especially the last few years, but the more recent past has been just a huge thing for you to clear stuff and for you to see stuff. And whenever this shift takes place outward, it's almost like something's going to fully integrate within you. There's going to be some type of energy change that like you've completed some big spiritual soul lesson. And after you're done with that and things kind of like click into place, it's going to be like a domino effect, and everything's just going to open up. Like all the outside stuff is going to change. And it's like, you don't even have to worry about like fully trusting in it or your fears or whatever. It doesn't even matter because it's all naturally going to align what it's supposed to anyway. So yeah, don't even worry about it. Like they're just saying like, you don't have to worry about like, you don't have to worry about fully trusting in something in order for it to happen, because at the right time, you'll just know. Like you'll just have full faith in the moment and you'll just know. Like even if the doubts and fears come up, you'll still just know. But if you're still in that mode, you're supposed to be in that mode, by the way. Okay. I just wanted to pull one card. We got remain positive. Is that it? You don't want me to? Okay, that's it. They just want me to do the remain positive card. This is kind of like they're saying the hope card, that we just want to let you know like good things are coming. Like good things are coming, even if you can't see it, like just good things are coming. All right, I'm going to really quickly pull from this and then I'm going to be done. They're just like pulling me all over the place to like all these different fucking decks. All right, last deck. And see what else we got. I don't know if that was like a firework. I don't know what the fuck that noise was. Keep hearing weird ass noises lately. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. I don't even know. I gotta see what this shit is. We got rain renewal. I told you there's a lot of stuff about storms right now going on, and it's this clearing. Like I feel like this is just very literal. It's just like clearing. It's just like, look at the top of the card with the clouds and the rain. It's just this clearing, and it's pretty literal. It's just to help you like cleanse all this past energy and like kind of the transformation, like the rejuvenation, the renewal, like kind of all the same type of messages. Like that's what it's for. It's to help you kind of get back to like a good state where all of these things that have happened to you aren't holding you back. They're not like hindering you from moving forward and like living the life you want and like what you deserve. So I look at these cards. I didn't get an immediate message, but I laughed because we got the apple tree abundance and we have the rainbow beauty. And I don't know if you guys have been watching my readings for a while. They brought this up to me. I don't even think it was this card because I think it was before I got this deck. And the apple tree being significant, something being significant with apples and apple trees or some shit like that. And then like, I think it was a week or so ago, rainbows started popping up again as like a message and a symbol. So I thought it was just really interesting because these are two signs Spirit specifically like gave to me in these readings for you guys. So I thought it was interesting. They both popped out. This is what they're saying to me. It's like, all the hard work that you've been doing is going to just show up one day. It's already starting to show up, but it's going to fully show up one day, and you're going to understand why you had to go through all the storms you had to go through, like why you had to go through everything that happened. And on the other side of that is like the rainbow. It's something beautiful. It's a life that you've always dreamed of and desired, and it's 100% possible that it's going to come for you. It's not even, like I said, that you have to even have faith about it, because if it's meant for you, it's just going to come in for you. You don't have to like trust everything and have faith for everything. Does it help you get through shit? Of course it does. Because if you're just constantly worried and you're in a negative mindset, you're just weighing yourself down more and like creating more resistance and heaviness for yourself. But they're just saying like they want you to like have some like hope and like inspiration that like good things are going to come for you, that after the storm is the rainbow. Like they keep showing me all these clouds, like the clouds and the rain and the rainbows and stuff and the storms, and it just feels very metaphorical to like kind of, they're saying like the past and what you've been through. Like you've been through a lot of storms, and like they're aware of all that, but it's been helping you like clear. It's been helping you transform. It's been helping you become who you need to be for the next part of your journey. And a lot of you is going to be this very like peaceful, like rewarding, fulfilling journey. If this message is for you, you would already kind of like be feeling what I'm saying to you. Like you'd already be kind of seeing some of the steps and kind of seeing some of the stuff from spirit either coming up or like outwardly in your life, just like little small things kind of going in the direction of what you've been dreaming of and hoping for. But for a lot of you, like it feels more so like your intuition has really been leading you. So you already can kind of sense it intuitively that like things are going to take off for you really soon. So anyway, I hope that this helped you guys. I hope you all have an awesome night.